Bet you guys got friends. Maybe you got plans. Maybe you got plans with friends. Both those things generally happen on a Saturday night. Lucky for you, I ain't got either. It's Friday. I'm gonna get you high. You ain't got shit to do. Oh, man. Oh, that's your mama. That's good. That's that Scotty's vodka. Verbal nod to my Scotty's vodka, dude. It's the Shoodster Saturday night special. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Chip Fuqua, what are you doing over on Facebook? Come on over to the tuber. Come on over to the tuber and hit that like button. Come on over to Copeland's. The Come On Over to Copeland's commercial and then the Slade's American Grill commercial are the two that have been the biggest earworms for me in my life. And I can't find any evidence of them ever existing on the internet. You guys don't remember that radio commercial they ran ad nauseum on WJFK back in the 90s, I think? It's Slade's American Grill. We've got ham steaks. We've got crab cakes. Man, it's such a thrill at Slade's American Grill. Nobody? All right. Oh boy, we got a bunch to get to tonight on the program. The Menards commercials will never leave your head. Is that the hardware store in the Midwest? I believe they have Menards work bucket shot glasses. Check that online, please, if you don't mind, fan of radio. Long time no see, fan of radio. I heard you're very active in the Rump Chat, not so active over here on the Chad Duke Show, which kind of bums me out. I hope you haven't taken offense to anything I've said. Generally, people take offense to things I say, and then I never hear from them again. It's the way it goes. If I tell you where my wife is tonight, if I told you, anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess where she is and who with? Oh, God. I mean, there's a reason I'm alone. All right, we do have a goal tonight. We hit goals on this show. We set goals and we achieve them. We cross finish lines. We check boxes. You guys are super supportive last night on Solid Dudes. People have been ordering shit on CommonwealthDryGoods.com all week. I'm not trying to take your life savings, but I do like the $2 super chats. I do like the $5 super chats. They're all great. All the tributaries end up in the same reservoir. If we get 30 of them, we get 30 super chats tonight. I don't care how much. We can make $60 after Google takes their cut, even less. I ain't tripping. But I will discuss Jim Jester's latest transgression if we are able to hit that. It's a modest goal, but I think it's where the lamb stew is amazing is the text I just got. God damn it. Please send pics and videos. Ain't nobody want to fucking help out my show. Ain't nobody want to do nothing to keep the fucking gravy train going in my life. It is just the craziest thing. Even those closest to me. Kevin Smith, I need you to step up. People in my personal life aren't going to provide me content. It needs to come from you. So, if you don't mind. All right, let's hit the like button before we get started. I have some tasering that I want to show you guys tonight. I also have a crazy fucking redneck asshole that seems to be wanting to ruin everything for conservatives everywhere. This guy is what people think of conservatives. You always hate it when you get represented poorly by one that's technically in your fold. And this guy deserves to get tased. And tonight we're going to decide whether or not we're buying a burner pistol. I've been hedging my bets. You guys have fucking heard some of the conversations I've had here on the show. We actually watched some videos last night at the end of Solid Dudes. Ice Cube's World of Worlds viewing. You go ahead hat and waste 2 hours of your life. Maybe that's what this is, but I love the people like, oh, I have to watch it now. It's got a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. You enjoy that shit. I had a fucking lanternfly hit me in the side of the neck today. I've gone through enough pain. 3-name bandit in the building. $2. Thank you, bud. 24 hours of work left, and I'm heading to the Outer Banks. Excellent, 3-name bandit. Where at? Where are you going? Where are you staying? Where are you going to have your first dinner? I'm into it. I have all kinds of recommendations. Feel free to pick my brain. I'm here for you. I am a resource. A living, breathing, fat-titted resource. Don't waste it. My beloved Titans are playing football as we speak, by the way. We sold out a Moray Neal energy drink. Can you fucking believe it? We sold out in exactly 1 week. 1 week, 500 cans out the fucking door. If you want Moray Neal, you're slow. Too bad. So sad. There's only 10 fish hats left as well. Grab those. And of course, the hottest album on the streets. I just put 50 more up. I think we're going to open up the fucking cylinders now. I think we're going to bleed that valve wide open. That piston chamber is yawning. Let's get them moved. Hot Men Shed, one of the best CD exclusive episodes we've ever done. Take advantage, man. Take advantage. CommonwealthDryGoods.com. I packaged up everybody that ordered last night. Your shit's en route. That's your fucking boy stayed late. I was at CWDG till 7 o'clock today packaging up orders. That's my word. That's my bond. That's my truth. So the least you can do if you haven't ordered the CD exclusive episode yet is get after it, dog. All right. Spider Clan, $5. Thank you, bud. Started watching Highlander, I think is what you meant to say. Connery is friggin' dreamy with all those peacock feathers behind him. Yeah, the Highlander 2, I didn't realize people hated so much. Should sound like you already tied a couple on today. No, I don't know what that means. You mean it sounds like I've been drinking? I haven't had a drop of alcohol. So, thank you for the passive aggressive fucking insult, I guess. Thank you, Clamp. Appreciate it, bud. Maybe I just got stroke mouth. I knew it would happen one day. All right, so we have so much to get to tonight. I don't know how long I'm here. It'll be up to you guys. We got another crazy cave diving situation. I still have not been able to get my brain around these people that go into Florida and find a sinkhole and jump into it, swim to the bottom, and die. I'll never be able to understand it. You'll never be able to explain to me why it makes sense. And yet it happens constantly, all the time. We cover it here. We do the best job of covering dumbasses dying in the bottom of caves. I have no sympathy for these people. I know that sounds cold-blooded, and I apologize. If you or anyone you know has been the victim of drowning in an underwater cave, well, it's your fucking fault. Nobody else's. So I pulled this. This is a news story. There's a lot of meat on the bone here, and it sets up whether or not... I don't know what to think about non-lethal alternatives, or less lethal. I guess they call them less lethal alternatives to self-defense. Talked about it a little bit last night, but I guess these would be the air guns, they're not called throwers. I think they're called throwers. There seems to be some, pretty decent information out there that leads me to believe that this is a good thing to invest in. That not necessarily is it the be-all, end-all. I'm still a firearms owner, and I saw a quote about non-lethal less lethal, alternatives to pistols, but it was this: buying a non-lethal weapon to face a lethal situation is moronic. There's a lot of truth to that. And I think in my house, this would never be anything that I would use. If someone is breaking into my home where my wife sleeps, where my children come to play with their toys, lead's flying down the hallway. I mean, that's just going to be the way that it is. God forbid that ever happens. It's the last thing in the world I want, but I ain't fucking around with pepper balls in the hallway outside my bedroom. First of all, I'm not trying to breathe in a bunch of pepper spray. I'm not a fucking moron either. I'm not using a shotgun. I'm not going to deafen myself, blind myself. It ain't going to happen. You're getting all 17 9mm rounds, and if that doesn't stop you, mazel tov, you deserve anything that you can get after that. That's pretty much my plan. I keep it to the basics, but I do own a business, and I do walk around where there's a lot of vagrants. You know, our business is located very close to a jail that Ant-Man spent 1.5 years of his life in, locked up next to the DC sniper. There's drunks. I mean, there's just ill shit that goes on where I think if I had a little something where I could lace up a motherfucker with a couple of pepper balls, you know, it's at least intriguing. I want to look into it. So I have been doing some research on that shit, and I found this. There's a couple of red flags already, but we'll get to that.
A break-in at her home. Self-defense protection strikes a chord with this Hawaii musician. KITV4's Paul Drew shares her story.
After the fireworks calmed down early New Year's Day, Pearl City resident Angela Morales and her husband were startled by a different sound.
It was scary.
I am Angela Morales. Dude, mira yo. Ojale güey. My wife is defending us while I sleep all day. I am Angela Morales. We had a break-in in mi casa. I couldn't be bothered to get up to get the burner pistol. But I brought you this beautiful pineapple from Puerto Riqueño. Holy shit, I just realized her name is Angela Morales. Did everybody else pick that up? I feel like a horse's patoot.
Both of us were getting ready.
After the fireworks calmed down early New Year's Day, Pearl City resident Angela Morales and her husband were startled by a different sound.
I mean, I can kind of see the resemblance, right? No disrespect to this lovely young woman, but I can kind of see the resemblance. Dude, mira yo, ojale güey. I'm shooting the air gun while the criminals get away. Pat Reynolds, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Wasn't there a bet that Ant-Man that depended on selling out Maury Neal by a certain date? You tell me, brother. You tell me. I have no idea. Have you watched spelunking videos? Crazy too. Yeah, there's a bunch of... Problem is, like, I cover the cave diving beat, so a lot of that caving beat bleeds over. I don't have the time. You guys know how it is. I'm busy having stroke mouth. My listeners all think so. You know, Titans are playing in the preseason. Busy getting in, you know, at least 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day. I mean, my schedule is fucking packed. Thank you, 3-Name Bandit. Red Rothberger's in the building and he's got the calzone. Thank you for the $5, sir. I wonder if Caesar pondered non-lethal weapons when he conquered Gaul. We really have a pussified society, Red. And I think that's what you're alleging, and I absolutely agree. So to answer your question, no, but I thought this story was kind of interesting because it's about a woman, and she says the shit worked.
It was scary. Both of us were getting ready for work.
Dude!
And we just kind of heard this
I am Angela Morales.
Hustling at our door. And when we went to open the door, someone was there in the attempt of coming in.
It was Ant-Man. He wanted to go get into their pool before they got done with work. Hey, I'm here. Don't shoot.
It just so happened several months ago, she ended up at Burna, Hawaii after looking for self-defense protection.
I myself don't have the knowledge, the experience, the training to actually be able to utilize a lethal weapon.
If only there was a way that we as humans could get the knowledge, the experience, and the training. Unfortunately, that is denied to us. There are no facilities, there's no instructors, there's no classes. So it's best to not even think about that. Best to stay ignorant and afraid of firearms for your entire life. That way, if you find one on the street and you're worried about a kid picking it up, you'll have no knowledge how to clear it, how to make sure that there aren't live rounds in the chamber. If you're ever going through your father's things after he passes away and you find a rifle, you can just let it sit there for the rest of eternity. These are great options, powerful options, and I'm glad On Hill is excited for these options.
I felt like this is something that I could utilize. We purchased it a few months ago, late 2022, with the hopes of never using it, but just having it as security and as a deterrent.
You know what makes you feel really good about your security and about a deterrent? A fucking gun. I know they're not for everybody, but honestly, it doesn't matter. You could have fucking, the comedian from The Watchmen break into your house. And if you've got hot balls, you're going to like your chances against him. You really are. Really doesn't matter how many Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes the cat has taken.
All you have to do is pull the trigger, and it's going to launch these capsules full of powder at the bad guy 60 feet away. And there's nothing that has that kind of range.
See, that to me is what's intriguing about these options, is that I ain't trying to get up. I do not want to be close enough to a weirdo to pepper spray them. Like, I don't want that shit. And when the gun comes out, like, you're playing for keeps. Like, you are playing, it's life or death. And that's why when people that watch too many movies, anybody that's ever been around firearms knows, like, why don't the cops just shoot them in the leg? No. It's not the way it works. When the gun comes out, it's life or death. And it's the way it's got to be, and you got to aim center mass. And that's all there is to it. And police officers have other options. Not saying their job isn't difficult, but like if you got a taser, right? If you got a baton, if you've got some sort of pepper spray, it's like I would like to have something like that where if I'm driving around in my car, I can just have the motherfucker in the glove compartment. I do have a concealed carry license, so I'm of a couple of different minds about this. Excuse me. That was disgusting. I think I just vomited in my mouth. Clamp, $2. Thank you, brother. Through the eye straight into the brain. Oh yeah, well, yeah, no shit. Like I'm sure these things could kill you dead. We're gonna watch a video here where these two nudniks are shooting each other with one of these fucking burner pistols, and that one of them shoots the other one in the belly button. I mean, I can't even imagine how risky that is. The other part about it is, man, with these fucking pepper spray capsules, like I don't want to inhale pepper spray. And a lot of the people that I hear talking about this shit, they're like, "Oh yeah, just shoot the wall and it'll fill the hallway with pepper gas." I'm like, well, where the fuck do I go? Do I head out the window? How does this work? Hit the like button. I noticed you haven't. Notice you're just sitting there unliking.
So not the taser, not anything except a gun.
Angela isn't the only one looking for non-lethal devices. Byrna, Hawaii has only been in business 6 months, but have already sold hundreds of these launchers that can fire hard pellets, ones with pepper spray, or a mixture of the two. And these launchers don't require any training.
You really can miss.
This motherfucker leaned into it. Did you see this shit? This motherfucker shot the fence next to this guy. He's wearing Crocs and cargo pants. I mean, hit him again. Hit him with another volley.
And the powder still will get...
And fire hard pellets, ones with pepper.
My dude's wearing Crocs and cargo shorts and some sort of a "these colors don't run" t-shirt. I mean, just... What are we doing, my fellow straight white males?
Spray or a mixture of the two. And these launchers don't require any training.
You really can miss.
They don't require any training? They don't require any training? You don't think it's possible that if you don't do any training with them, you might get a case of the nerves? You might not remember that the first trigger pull punches the CO2 cartridge. If you're a Glock owner, you might not remember that there's a fucking safety you have to disengage, and you're not used to that if you're used to taking a Glock to the range. There's no training that's needed for this? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
And the powder still will get within 6 feet effective range. Like you just miss, and as long as it's within 6 feet, the powder will fly all over the person.
Since they opened here in Hawaii 6 months ago, sales of these non-lethal protection devices have taken off. And it's more than just residents taking aim with these burners. So are local law enforcement agencies. The Hawaii Department of Public Safety tells me they're very interested in these non-lethal tools.
They have non-lethal tools. Are we to believe that the police don't have pepper spray pellet guns? I've watched 100 fucking body cam videos where they got a paintball gun that they just fill up with pepper spray capsules. Their shit's got to be better than our shit. Officer Tom Friendly, are you here? Fan of radio, I know you are in law enforcement. Are police officers interested in burner pistols? Yo, like, I started my own line of less lethal pistols. They're called the burner. And let me ask you this. I would be more likely to open up on somebody with one of these burner pistols because I'm like, I won't kill him. What happens if I catch him in the face or he's got some sort of respiratory condition and he donks off? May I? Like, I would be concerned. I would like to look into the legal portion of this. And here is another question I have for any officer friendlies in the chat. When you guys have a taser, it don't look like a gun. Like, it's bright yellow. You know, a lot of the cops that I see or whatever. And I assume that's because you don't want to confuse the two. But as a civilian, they make models that look just like fucking SIGs. I wonder if that would be a better, because when you pull it, if the person isn't on PCP or psychotic or whatever, if they think it's a real fucking chopper, they're going to be less likely to get they'll be less likely to get hot with Doc on the street howitzer. Is that the line? There's Officer Tom G. And he became an orange boy. You guys won't become orange boys to...
I'm butt-sized.
Fucking butt-sized for that. You still need training with these things. That's why they're called less lethal. They are less likely to kill. Yeah, I put that together. But the cool thing about this, Officer Tom, is that you can fucking train in your backyard. Like, you can discharge the burner in your backyard without fucking getting the cops called on you. Or if they do get called, you're not going to fucking be in trouble. I can't do that with my 38. You feel me? I can't do that with my Saturday night special, even though this is a Saturday night special. Thank you so much for the $20, Officer Tom. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're with us here tonight. And a member for 13 months. Who is this? It certainly isn't Joe Azer. Our tasers are cross straw and yellow, so we don't get them confused. Yeah, no shit. You got some big roided up maniac with a machete running at you, I'd be pulling for anything. It's like, whatever I pull out first is what I'm going to hit you with, motherfucker. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate your support. But in Hawaii, the cops, man, they need these burner pistols. They have no idea what they're doing.
The launchers use compressed air to fire the pellets, which means there are no restrictions or wait times to buy them, unlike traditional firearms.
No background checks. There's no permits required. There's no fees involved. It's just come to the store, pick this up, and you're ready to go.
Air cartridges and pellets can be loaded in magazines until needed, months or even years later. Angela didn't have to wait that long, just a few hours into the new year.
I immediately grabbed our Byrna non-lethal device and handed it to my husband.
Ding, 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 ding. You mean it don't work like Avengers Endgame? Don't worry, ladies. We're going to go beat up Thanos all by ourselves. I'm sorry. She did what? She grabbed the burner device. She handed it to who? Who was the person that needed to use it? I didn't hear that part.
A few hours into the new year.
I immediately grabbed our Byrna non-lethal device and handed it to my husband.
I'm sure it's a burner live lethal device. You should know what it's called if it's in your home. Ah, boy. I handed it to my husband because that's his job. Yes. Yes, indeed it is.
And we were able to
Look at the way she's holding that. She clearly knows what she's doing. Holy shit, God save us all.
subdue, if you will, the person until the police arrived.
And a friend will not say never, 'cause a welcome will not end.
She is known for singing beautiful melodies with her award-winning group Naleo. But after stopping this crime at her home,
Man, fucking find me the discography for Maleo. I'm all in.
she doesn't hesitate to sing the praises of this non-lethal device.
My home is my sanctuary. And we all have every right to feel safe in our own home. And that violation is, I can't tell you how that feels, you know? So I am grateful that I have this protection for me to utilize.
Your husband to utilize. You're grateful that you have something to hand to your husband so that he can protect the house. Look, part of me, this woman should not own a firearm. Like, it's my opinion. She's a resident of the United States of America. She should take a pistol safety course. She should learn how to safely operate a handgun. I think everybody should. I certainly think more women should. But she's obviously fucking terrified. The last thing in the world you want is people that are unqualified to own firearms, to have a bunch of them because they think they're going to be able to operate them when they need to. It's the same way I feel about voting. Everybody goes around screaming and fucking yelling, everybody needs to vote. Well, no, the fuck they don't. If you don't know the issues and you're letting your favorite fucking musician or actor or whomever tell you who you're going to vote for, no, you fucking don't need to vote. You need to go figure out what's going on, find out what's important to you, and then vote after you learn that type of shit. I feel very much the same way about firearms. So I guess part of me is like, it's good. You know, you give these people something that makes them feel better. Hopefully they never have to use it. I would just be worried if they become completely pervasive that now we're seeing people pull them out on the buses and then I end up breathing in chitosan. What is the shit I breathe in? Cayenne pepper? What's the shit that's in there that makes your eyes feel like they're diseased vaginas? Spider Clam, thank you so much for the $2. Dottie would have handed it back to his wife. Yeah, she's ready to defend. That's unforgivable. I love the tube, and I love, who is his name? Jim Jester. But the fact that they, thank you, Clam, the fact that they both have firearms in their home and they have made no effort whatsoever to learn how to use them, it just feels like it's incredible. First of all, I don't know if we're allowed to question people's masculinity anymore, but I'm questioning theirs. And secondly, it just doesn't feel like it's the safest thing that you can possibly do. You know, because hurting yourself is still something that can take place, right? If you fucking handle that thing the wrong way because he's dusting or vacuuming or whatever it is Tuber and fucking Jester do in their houses, you know, I'd want to be able to pick that thing up and move it around if I have to, especially if there's fucking kids in the house. Jim's got 12 kids in his house.
It's a message Kurt hopes also gets out to would-be criminals.
It's a game changer. I mean, the bad guys, they're in for it now. If you're going to think you're going to rob a kapuna and take advantage of them.
Anybody want to help me with a kapuna?
And they have a burner?
I mean, that guy owns a fucking Burna store, so of course he's going to say that. We think the bad guys are going to be more intimidated because more people have less lethal launchers in their houses? I don't think so. I think the good old-fashioned version, a polite society is an armed society and the like. We've all heard that. That was from the Protect Life Non-Lethal YouTube page. This is from Hard to Hurt. This is a channel with 628,000 subscribers. Appears like they review shit like this quite often. a lot of mixed martial arts, but it's two dudes, and they decided to test these pistols. So they actually go out there and do what I want to do with my listeners, and that's shoot each other with them on the parking garage. That's my big. I think that could be a CD exclusive episode. Yeah, I think that's going to be the one that really puts us over the top. I mean, this Hot Man Shed thing is doing well, but if we could get Ant-Man getting shot by Tom O.B. with pepper spray rounds in the parking garage of the Fortress of Solid Dudes, that's 10-share radio right there.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it could feel like a steel ball.
We don't know what the pepper ball recipe is going to be like. We've had some exposure to a couple of these things. I don't know how that's going to go. This is what I'm worried. I'm more worried about this.
Oh, White Monster energy drinks, you know that they're fucking cool and hip and out of sight.
Always with the tool, there's a little... Because the first trigger pull punctures the CO2.
I mean, this music is a little dramatic for going out there and playing airsoft with each other, right? I mean, this is a little over the top. I don't know that we don't need it to sound like the what's his name? The Ebony Maw is going to descend and fight the Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
An ambidextrous.
Oh my God, here comes Corvus Glaive, and he's got an orange plastic pistol, and he's going to herald the coming of Thanos, the Mad Titan.
Manual safety.
It like almost took the whole top off of it.
It's like hungry hippos in here. Yeah, I don't want to do this, man. So I got the cantaloupe thinking, well, we'll see what it does to a cantaloupe.
I already know what it can't do with a cantaloupe. You guys know what you can't do with a cantaloupe? You guys familiar? I mean, I hate to be the one to tell you on a Saturday night, but you cantaloupe with a cantaloupe if the cantaloupe ain't willing. I'm here for educational purposes as much as I am jocularity. Kimberly Milio, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button, please. I've taught women to defend themselves. Hiding behind someone else's gun or opinion just leaves me with an angry kind of sadness. Yeah, I completely agree. Like, I guess it's good that she had a husband that was willing to do that, but taking control of your own safety is always something I'm a proponent of. We're going to watch a video here in a little bit where there's a lady cop that is as timid as you can possibly be until the dude cop shows up, and then she gets all ballsy and starts screaming, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Why is this the way things work? Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate that. You ever used Da Burner? Tom G with the $9.99. Thank you so much, Tom. I volunteer tweet to be the safety officer for this. Yeah, man, I don't know. I haven't spoken to Ant-Man about it, but if he's willing to get fucking shot with pepper ball guns, I'm definitely gonna fucking do it. Fan of Radio is sending me Menards jingles. Where is there a Menards? There's no Menards in the DC area. Where are you, in fucking Wisconsin? Oh shit. I need to be paying attention. Apologies if you've been showing me that good love. For all of you that are making your way over to have yourself get yourself something nice, treat yourself to something nice. You deserve a break today. Commonwealth Dry Goods, I'd like to thank Raina Shackelford for picking up Hot Men Shed. And I'd like to thank my guy Boyetts, all the way from Catonsville, picked up Hot Men Shed and a slew of beef jerky. Even got himself a Fish Hat Summer sticker. We do have Fish Hat Summer stickers. See the upper right-hand corner? Wouldn't you like to stick that thing on your yam bag asshole or your boss's car? You can buy one right now on CommonwealthDryGoods.com. Thank you to Boyetts and to Raina for supporting the small business that helped revolutionize downtown Fairfax. Everybody knows it. Tom, I'll put your name in the hopper. We start lighting motherfuckers up on the roof, you'll be the first one that I tell. Sliders in the building. $4.99 prepayment for the less lethal hootenanny. Yeah, Biker Sean seemed very, very reluctant to be involved with any of that stuff. But, you know, money talks and bullshit walks. He's got an expensive lifestyle that he likes to live. He's not going to be able to keep himself in poker chips unless he's willing to get dirty. How's he? And he wants to be my latex salesman.
And then,
Do you really want to know that first?
well, if it like goes through and through the cantaloupe, I'm not doing it. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I'll still do it.
You want the inert one? You want the hard round?
Yeah.
And then
do
I'll take the pepper again?
I'll do both.
I don't know if I can ask you to do the...
What do you mean? We're in this together, homie.
Last time, you took the inert round, I took the pepper round.
Mm-hmm. You want to switch it up this time? I'll take the pepper round.
You'll take the pepper round?
What's wrong with this dude? You got some sort of fucking masochist? How about this? Fucking tree trunk? How about you take both rounds? It's my YouTube channel. How about you let me shoot you twice instead of me getting my Sami Zayn looking ass fucked up here? That would be my response to all of this. Nice Bud Light Lime product placement, by the way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can't ask him to do the one that I don't know what it does.
I mean, I don't care. I'll do
I
it.
know you don't. Got it. Bang. If you let the trigger out this much, you hear that click? If I let it out that much. There you go. That last one that was light, the next one's nothing. So that means that it probably regulates it pretty good. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
that was 4.5 mags.
you did 2 mags.
You did 2, and he got through half of one.
I'm very worried about needing to switch out CO2 cartridges. Like, another thing about a pistol is, like, if I've got a couple of mags loaded up, I'm dumping the first and then slapping the new one in, and I'm ready to rock and roll. That is not an option with the burner. I don't know if you guys saw, but the mag has got a little wrench on the end of it that you have to use to take a plug out to replace the fucking CO2. Like, that makes me very nervous about using this in a life or death situation. Costanza's in the building, and he's got the calzones. I won't bore you with some of the stuff in this video, but what I can tell you is they have all kinds of misfires. They have all kinds of issues with this pistol. Now, this is a few years ago, so I don't know if the technology's gotten better, but they have failure to ejects, they have misfires, they got all kinds of shit. So, like, I would want to know how reliable it is, because when it comes out, and that fucking homeless dude that was riding the alert rail with Jim Jester trying to kill his daughter, like, I'm going to want that guy breathing in pepper spray without having to worry about this fucking ball dropping out of the barrel. All right, let's go towards, I think they start shooting each other here in a little bit, so let's get up there. All right, so he's getting shot with a kinetic round.
How far do you want me?
Probably like that.
Cover your man parts.
Well, I don't want to get hit in the knuckles.
Want you hitting in the dick, or you want you hitting the knuckles?
The age-old question.
Ready?
Oh!
There's out of CO2. Oh.
Good?
I don't think there's anything coming
What's the issue,
out.
dude?
The trigger's getting stuck when I'm pulling it now and not going forward, and it didn't even shoot the last round.
That makes me very nervous.
Glanced off the shoulder. You done?
What do you mean, am I done?
I want to get it square on you.
No, it did. I wouldn't call this a glance. We'll look at it.
Kind of starting to mess up a little bit. Like when
Yeah.
I pulled the trigger the first time, it didn't go back out. It stayed stuck in. I had to push it forward. And then
Yeah,
the
and
next
you
one,
took the safety off first.
yeah.
So it kind of skipped a little.
What I'm asking you though is, what's the stopping power? Like, I have no doubt that shit fucking hurts. Like, when I got shot with paintballs, it hurts like a motherfucker. But are you slowing down like a drunken fucking bipolar asshole that's lurching towards you with a putty knife? What's the stopping power on these? Like, you want to shut somebody down. I would have to assume the pepper round is the only way to go for that. Al Sala's here. Tell you what, the law enforcement community is coming out big tonight while I drink and watch people shoot each other with pepper balls. $2, thank you, bud. I mean, for self-defense, check out the FN 303. Well, that's a gun, correct? If it's by F&H, then I assume that you're operating differently. I've got plenty of guns, Al Sal. Looking for something that's a little bit... I'm looking for a non-lethal device that I could carry around the streets of Fairfax if I encounter the feral homeless. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough where it's like, I am never want to be in a position where I have to fist fight anybody. I am past that age in my life where that sounds like anything I want to accomplish. I want something that if you're 15 feet away and you're acting like a crazy person, I light you up with a couple of these things, you start coughing and hacking, and I beat a hasty retreat. I am not a hero. I have absolutely no Clint Eastwood, dirty, hairy fucking fantasies about how this whole thing is going to go down. Thank you very much to Al Sal for being here tonight. Oh, he's super chatting again. That's important. $5, thank you. The issue with CO2 is when it gets cold, it becomes less effective, also thicker clothing, but the FN 303 is less lethal. All right, dog ear that. I want to get to them trying the pepper round, because that is going to be what I'm most concerned with. And the other issue is, like, if those capsules break inside the pistol, like, how much will I fuck myself up? You know? My goal in life is to never inhale pepper spray. That is my goal in life. I'm going to stick to that till I'm 6 feet under. Hopefully. Knock wood.
That's what I was going through that whole time, the build-up. Ready then?
Yeah. I didn't even feel any pepper spray. Oh! Got me in my shoulder and my stomach. Ah!
You need some pepper exposure though, man.
Did that even explode?
No, I skipped. It skipped off of you. Hey, hold up the board.
That didn't
So the capsule didn't even pop. I mean, what is the point?
skip off me, bro.
I know. Hold up the board.
Didn't even explode.
So I guess you're just going to have to dump the mag every single time you attempt to use this thing. Because if the capsules are not going to explode when they hit the motherfucker, then what is the point?
Put the board right here.
Why? Oh.
We need a pepper exposure. Well, we need to
All right, go
angle
ahead.
it
Go
towards
ahead.
your face. All right, and take a big breath. Breath, blow all your out. Breathe in.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks. Dude, that sucks.
Let's look at here.
That sucks.
Let's observe the characteristics of the specimen.
Ooh. If somebody's coming at you, they're stopping.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It burns.
I got a little second hand.
You want to take one like that?
No, I'm good, but
Is
it's
it on my
potent.
neck? It burns right there.
Some irritation. Oh God. Dude, we just went over there. Jay's like, he would stop, right? I'm not 100% that a person would stop if they were committed to attacking you, but if you had a crowd that needed dispersing.
When the fuck am I going to need to disperse a crowd?
Because I want to move away. Even like minutes later.
If Ant-Man ever fucking lets people get a look at them ham hawks fucking clapping bare-cheeked one day, we're going to need to disperse a crowd, and I'll be a part of it.
That area still sucks. The Burna Black is pretty potent,
Yeah, it is.
but the reliability of the weapon is a concern.
See, that gives me reason for pause. And again, it's just another reason why I don't think this is something you want to use in your fucking house. Yeah, Jason, I agree with you. That the big dude did not look like he was stopped. It looked like he was irritated, but it didn't look like it was stopping him at the time. So maybe it's different if he would have hit him with 3 of them sons of bitches. That would be a different state of affairs, but we'll never know. I'm getting texts and updates. Everyone is furious. Anthony is recognized. What the fuck? Who is upset? Upset. I'm not telling you where she is, but I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so I was looking up these videos, and there's no reason for this other than they're funny. Who doesn't love a nice taser video? It's one of the reasons why I miss radio, is because listening to people get tased is just as entertaining, if not more so, than actually seeing someone get tased. This is from a YouTube channel called BioLite80, and the title of the video is Best Taser Deployment in Cop History. In cops history. So maybe this was on the television show. I think the second we took cops off TV, that's when this country of ours started going downhill. Get cops back on TV. Everybody will fall in line. Stop the looting. Stop the shooting. All we have to do is be like the Project J and B and Carlos Santana and Wyclef Jean. That's all we got to do. All right, this is fun. This is just so we can have some fun.
Come stand in front of my car. Come stand right in front of my car. Is this him? Is this him? Back up.
What language is this?
Hey. Stand in front of my car. You're gonna get tased, so it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
What the Control 2 VC4. Just get another use my location.
The second the motherfucker's pubic hair is showing, like the second I roll up and the dude is shirtless and he's got Roman Reigns tattoos and I can see his pubic hair, the taser's coming out. Like I don't mean it's going to be pointed at him. You're just getting tased. And if I get fired, I get fired. Hopefully there's a severance package. World needs plenty of bartenders. I'm not dealing with your pubes and your outrage. You got a skull cap on. You look like Tim Pool. Tim Pool went on fucking steroids and human growth hormone replacement therapy, TRT. Pull your pants up. Dennis Leary taught us this. Fucking lock and load 20 years ago. Pull up your pants. No one's going to take you seriously, sir.
Suspect is uncooperative.
Yeah.
He's speaking Portuguese. What language is this?
I have my taser point. Stand in front of my car.
Oh.
They literally have to, they're blurring out his pubic hair. He's got such a Jim Jester situation that they couldn't allow his pubes to be on broadcast television. Oof. Is he Dominican? I have no idea. It doesn't sound like Spanish to me. It sounds like that language they speak in Waterworld.
2834 What the Oh, man.
Stand in front of my car.
Yeah.
I don't mean any disrespect to this police officer, but he is one of the nerdier police officers I've ever seen.
Come here. Come here.
Oh, come on.
Come stand right in front of my car. Come stand in front of my car.
Yeah, come here, Jude. Jude, my mother. Come on. Don't do it. Come on. Don't do it. Come on.
As soon as he threw that punch, I'd be like, okay, I'm in no jeopardy here. I'm safe. Unless the box cutter comes out. If that's what we're dealing with here, why would you take a swing? And that's the cop that just rolled up. That's the one that just showed up. My dude was like, yeah, you're the guy I was looking for.
Stand in front of my car.
Yeah, come here, Jude. Jude, my mother. Come on. Don't do it. Come on. Come on, do it. Come on. Do it.
Okay, so let's play a game. This is fun. Does this guy, when he gets tased, does he put his hands out when he falls? Is he able to break his fall, or does he sack of potatoes? What are your guesses? Is this guy capable? Because clearly you just took a swing. He already had the taser out. And here's the other question. Does he get hit by one of their tasers or both of their tasers? This is fun. I mean, if I had a real producer that would put together games like this for me, I mean, we could have so much fun on the show just betting on what happens to these assholes that get hit up with the non-lethals. Oh, it's just so entertaining. I know a million YouTube streams with larger audiences do this. I don't give a fuck. This makes me so happy. Everyone says no. Everyone says sack of potatoes. Oh, hello, Marcus Hodges. Glad you're here. Oh, and you just placed it. How did I know if Marcus Hodges would hear? Massive order on CommonwealthDryGoods.com. Got himself some Bones coffee. Meemaw's cheese titties. One of my favorite things in the store. If you motherfuckers have never, I don't know why I'm swearing at you. If you've never ordered Meemaw's cheese titties from CommonwealthDryGoods.com, you're missing out. Not me. Your life isn't as good as it could be. Thank you, Marcus Hodges. You are a silly goose. All right, here we go. Tasers out for both of them. All right, so they both... My dude's already... He's already in straight Michael Jackson. He didn't think this thing through. They both said, I've had enough of this shit. So let me ask you this. If both of them hit him with this taser and they're tasing him at the same time, is that not twice the electricity? And if so, could that be lethal? How many tasers are you allowed to have on a motherfucker at the same time? Oh, it was just the best. Please, for the love of God, let me see that again.
Yeah, come here, Jude. Jude, my mother. Come on. Dude, don't do it. Come on. Don't do it. Come on.
What are you doing?
Do it.
Oh, there's one. Oh, there's two. There's that sound. All right, he's going down. Do we think he gets the arm up? That's the real question. Tom Friendly killing it tonight on the Super Chats. $4.99. Thank you, buddy. The second cop showing up knowing as the first cop won't go... The second cop showing up known as the first cop won't go hands-on. Huh. Strange. Tom, for the love of God, fucking Super Chat in again. Let me know what the shit you're talking about. All right, let's find out if our guesses are correct.
Come here, Jude. Jude, my mother. Come on. Dude, don't do it. Come on. Don't do it. Come on.
Oh, that's it.
Do it.
Taser deployed. Taser deployed. Copy that.
Oh, don't do it. Come on. Do it.
Come on, Timber. Ooh.
Taser deployed. Taser deployed. Copy that. 798. Copy.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Roll it on your stomach.
I don't think he's...
Taser deployed. Taser deployed. Copy that. 798. Copy.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Roll it on your stomach. On your stomach.
Spoiler alert, I don't think he's in shape to do anything. Oh. How satisfying is that? Give me a pay-per-view, a 30-minute pay-per-view where it's just this. I'll pay $70. I know there's free compilations on YouTube, but I want to support the community. Get on the ground. Sir, respectfully, I'm on the ground and I'm never getting up again. I believe that's called a spaghetti party due to the wires deployed. Oh, there's multiple wires deployed, Al Sal. Most assuredly. Now, who's going to deal with this man's pubes? Do we shave him now that he's down on the ground and do the world a favor? You know? I assume he's going to get one of those fucking Natalie Portman and V for Vendetta showers when he gets into the Hooskow. Take those fucking scrub brushes and shave his head and scrub him down. Oh, boy. And what if he spilled bourbon on himself? Gun carrier reviews. Woo! This will be a very different video. Look like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Red Dragon. I'm making you these movie references. I'm making tonight are next level. Thank you, Alsal. Appreciate that. Now, do we think he can turn over?
On your stomach! Stay on the pager. Stay on the pager.
I got him. I'm on taser. Go ahead and disconnect yours. Roll over on your stomach!
Roll over. Let me go over this.
Roll over on your stomach. You're gonna get it again.
Oh, get it again.
Try to take control now.
Get on the ground. On the ground.
Yeah, it looks like he's in no position to resist any longer. I like the fact that the taser's clipped to his fucking bare skin. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. If that's not enough of a reason to wear his shirt. Where are we at on the goal? I feel like we're getting close. Are we getting close? I'd love to talk to you about what Jester's latest transgression is, but we've got goals to hit. And that's the most important part of a show, right? The goal? I've heard that somewhere. Okay. So, you guys know that one of the most important beats that I work here on the Chad Dukes Show YouTube channel, hit the like button, please, are people drowning themselves in caves. And for some reason, Florida and Texas seem to be the epicenter of this shit. Say what you want politically about Florida and Texas. People are flocking to those states, fleeing others. They want to be there. I guess that also applies to moronic individuals. That, again, there's all kinds of hobbies that you can have. Glass blowing. Whittling, playing the Jew's harp, right? The mouth harp. Ham boning. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ham boning, but learning to ham bone is a great way to use your time. The didgeridoo. Go ahead and fucking order yourself a didgeridoo from New Zealand. Or Goldba. Putting on a goddamn scuba diving rig and diving down into an underwater cave, you reap what you sow. To quote Body of Lies, starring Drab T-Shirt and Russell Crowe. This is from our favorite channel, Scary Interesting. 1.68 million subscribers. They do well. They do better than me. And this is a cave that is in the great state of Florida, and it is called Devil's Springs Cave. I think it's a network of caves, and to catch you up, I fast-forwarded a little bit in this video because I've already watched it, and to catch you up, there's some entrepreneur that wanted to buy this land and then use it as sort of a vacation spot for cave divers. Problem is, not even cave divers, just scuba divers. The problem is they have already stacked the bodies as high as cordwood at this particular location. And I believe as well, the last one of these motherfucking videos we watched, there was that one dude that kept pulling all the bodies out, and he installed a metal gate to try to keep people away from the dangerous parts of this cave. And then people went down there, broke the metal gate, and left a sign that says, "You can't keep us out," because they're Che Guevara or some shit if they go down into a fucking cave, run out of oxygen, get their body wedged underneath the stalactite, and then somebody's got to go down and risk their life to drag their dead fucking corpse out. So that should bring you up to speed on this particular situation. Again, this is the Devil's Spring Cave in Florida. And let's see why people are so excited to go down there and end their lives, because that seems to be the only result.
System. The Devil's Spring system is also actually made up of 3 different springs: Little Devil, Devil's Eye, and Devil's Ear. Regular scuba diving can be done at the entrance to Devil's Spring, but only up to a certain point. Beyond that, the park has a clever rule to prevent those who aren't certified in cave diving from entering the underwater tunnel system. For untrained divers, there's a strict no lights policy. This is because one of the biggest attractions of the Devil's Spring system is just how crystal clear the water is. It's said that on any given day, divers can descend down as far as daylight will reach and look up to the surface and be able to count the leaves on the trees.
I mean, that sounds lovely.
In fact, during the 1960s, famed explorer Jacques Cousteau went diving at Guinea Springs and was left with such an impression that he called them the clearest waters he knew in the world.
You think Jacques Cousteau slang dick? You think Jacques Cousteau was able to take the lumber truck to the bone orchard? I don't know, man. You like the ocean that much? You don't know the name of fucking Jacques Cousteau's boat, you cowards? John Denver song that we covered at the very beginning of the Chad Duke Show, year one? Nobody in the chat knows this. I am learned. The things that you've shown us, the stories you've told. Hi! What? Nobody knows. I bet Jacques Cousteau has a fucking yogurt slinging behemoth in his pants. You don't fucking get through life fucking riding orcas around without being able to impregnate some ladies. Well, some of you do. Cock Cousteau. Yeah, that could be his. I think that was his nickname, Jacob. Whenever he'd go out to the clubs, they're like, oh shit, there goes Cock Cousteau.
Despite the clarity, however, there's a point where daylight from the surface stops, and the no lights rule is meant to keep uncertified divers from the caves below. The thinking here is essentially that if novice divers can't see, they're less likely to try to explore.
That's fucking genius. So we're just going to tell them they're not allowed to use lights and then hope that they listen to the rules. How about this is the rule? If you go down there, ain't nobody coming to help. I would be fine with all of this. I swear to fucking God. You want to take your life in your own hands? I do it every time I eat a Big Mac. Every time I order a pizza, instead of having a nice bowl of kale. You want to fire up a lung dart? I'm for it, but I just don't want. I don't want anybody else risking their life to go drag your bloated fucking saltwater gorged corpse out. That's the problem I have. We have a no light rule, so because you're clearly going to follow that, right. That definitely will keep the body count down.
Obviously, though, in order for that policy to be effective, it has to be followed by divers and swimmers. And again, given how popular the system is, it's seen more than its fair share of tragic diving accidents. Before the investor even took ownership of the property, at least 28 reported deaths had occurred inside the Devil Springs.
What are we doing? 28 recorded deaths? What? If Soldier Field had 28 recorded guests, they would shut down the Bears games. Like, how many recorded deaths are enough to say we shouldn't be doing this, right? How many fucking recorded deaths have people had learning to play the ukulele? What is wrong with these people? Somebody called it a death cult earlier. I fucking absolutely agree. Boyet's with the $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. No thanks. I have enough trouble breathing on land. Yeah, I completely agree. I start walking upstairs and I have trouble breathing. Policy seems to be as effective as gun-free zones. Well, I don't want to make this political, Jason, but you and I share some of the same proclivities. Spider Clamp, $5. Thank you so much. Water in tight quarters. I'd rather attach myself to largemouth and skydive. Can somebody please send me that video? Where is that video? I don't think I still have it. The video of largemouth ass skydiving will go down in history as the funniest fucking video that anybody has ever made. I've never been so excited in my life as I was when I watched that for the first time. Oh, absolutely the best. Oh, this is incredible. Oh, my God. It's so much appreciated. Emmy, thank you so much for the Venmo. My Venmo is completely tapped out as of right now. I ain't begging you. But I tell you what, we're going to start the Emmy list. This is it. Emmy is the best. I mean, if you don't care if Jester gets paid next week, I don't care either. But if you do, thank you, Abby, so much for the Venmo. That is very, very kind and very, very generous. Very generous indeed. You underestimate the loyalty of Bears fans. So you're telling me, Al Sal, if they had a body count like this in the parking lot of Soldier Field, that we're all still going in there? cheer on Cade McNown or Cordell Stewart or Shane Matthews. Oh, damn it, everybody. Some Jim Miller. What you know about Jim Miller, Al Sal? You don't know much. Body counts don't seem to slow Chicagoans down. That is in poor taste. That is in poor taste, good sir. Thank you, Al Sal. Yeah, we should probably get this body count down, but turn the lights off. That'll help keep the scuba divers safe.
System. Once he took over, rules and
Did I just say scuba divers?
regulations were put in place, and these seemed to work for a time. For 6 years, not a single death occurred on the property, but that changed on August 11th, 1986. Brothers Gary, Mike, and Dennis were all electricians from Iowa, and they had planned to take a much-needed Florida vacation. On their itinerary was Guinea Springs, as the three wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
3 electricians from Iowa, and on their itinerary was Guinea Springs. You have to be shitting me. Universal Studios wasn't on the itinerary? How about the Magic Kingdom? Epcot? You don't want to go see Captain EO, bro? What about Cypress Gardens? I'm going to date myself a little. You don't want to go to Cypress Gardens? See the water skiers? Is there one person in the chat that remembers Boardwalk and baseball? Is there one person watching tonight that ever went to Boardwalk and baseball? It was a Boardwalk and baseball theme park. And I feel like I was the only one that ever went there. Leave the Italians out of this. Jason, I swear to God, you should go down to Wiseacres. You're fucking cutting it up in the goddamn chat tonight. Everybody's yucking it up. All your edgy-ass comments.
None of them were trained or certified in diving in any way, so when they stopped at the Guinea...
What in the fuck is wrong with everyone? None of them were trained or certified in diving in any way. I'm not trained to operate a firearm, so I bought this Bona pistol and handed it to my husband. Gary, Mike, and Dennis are traveling to Florida from Iowa. You know Florida, probably the state with more tourist attractions than any other state in the Union, in the contiguous, in the lower 48. Yo, do you want to go to Hogan's Hangout in Clearwater? Nope. I don't know fuck all about scuba diving, so we're going to go down to the death hole. Oh, man, we're missing the death hole. That's the Chicago way. That's right, Al Sal. He puts one of yours in the hospital, you put one of his in the morgue. What a great movie Untouchables is. Why does Untouchables get such a bad rap? Nobody puts Untouchables in, like, the same category as Goodfellas or, you know, I don't know what you consider, like, the quintessential dude movies of our time. But, I mean, name a movie with a better cast. Name a movie with better Irish accents. When that old man fight happens, when fucking Sean Connery's out punching the chief of police in the back in the alley, then he threatens, I'll send you to the fucking morgue. I mean, there's so many great lines in that movie. Good place to learn rock climbing, Everest. Right. I got a good idea. This is crazy. Thank you, Al Sal. You're going to Florida and you want to learn to scuba dive? How about we go to the Keys and we take one of these 7 billion scuba diving courses that they have down there, and we go out to the coral reef, look at some lovely fish. You know, the bright, colorful ones. We got to see what all the hype's about in these devil's asshole springs that are in the middle of this bog in fucking Central Florida. I'm not going to say you deserve to die. I'm not going to say it.
Brings deaths to register to fill out paperwork, they had to declare this fact. Upon reviewing the documents, the desk clerk at Guinea Springs noted their status as uncertified and told them about the no lights rule. The brothers agreed to this, and when all the proper protocol was taken care of...
Can you fucking imagine? We're uncertified. Okay, instead of saying, well, then you're not allowed to go into the fucking Devil Springs, they say, make sure you don't bring a flashlight. What are we doing here? What's the plan, man? What's everybody's goal? We don't know how to scuba dive. Well, turn those lights off. Douse the lanterns. Everybody should be locked up.
They left the registration desk and made their way to the Devil Spring system. While they were gearing up, the brothers were also approached by a groundskeeper who struck up a conversation. Among the questions he asked, the groundskeeper also inquired about their experience. The brothers then told him they had virtually no diving experience, so they were eager to see what it was like. And in response, the groundskeeper, just like the desk clerk, warned them of the no lights rule, and the brothers assured him that they weren't taking any flashlights with them.
Nobody is telling them, like, I need this explained to me. You're responsible for your own safety. I wouldn't bring the groundskeeper or the lady that gave them the bad advice up on charges. But who's fucking, at what point do you say, hey, you don't know what you're doing? 28 people have died doing this. Maybe you want to take a course first. Like, nobody has that idea. I just don't understand any of the thought process that goes into this shit. All they had to do to these guys was say this to each and every one of them.
And well, guys, if I could still show you around, here is the biggest, gayest man in the world.
That's all they had to do. They would have avoided all of this unpleasantness.
The thing was, the brothers had every intention of taking underwater torches with them. They weren't going to visit one of the top cave dive destinations in the world and not explore a single cave. So when they finished putting on their back-mounted air tanks and masks, they each put their regulators in their mouths and descended into the Devil Spring system. It's believed that their dive plan was to dive into Devil's Eye, then through parts of Devil's Ear before exiting into the Santa Fe River. However, 3 hours after they entered the water, under a sign that read "Dangerous Caves" along the riverbank, stood Gary's wife, Glenda. Nervously, she waited for the brothers to surface, but thus far there had been no sign of them.
You don't say.
After waiting long enough, she went to go get help and ran into diving legend Wes Skiles, who knew the Devil Spring system intimately. Sadly, he was also quite familiar with body recovery in underwater caves, and by 1986, he had been
There's always a motherfucker around that's going to recover all these bodies. All right. I'm going to go use the urinal. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Be right back. You guys keep watching this.
Responsible for returning at least 20 lifeless cave divers to the surface. The hope, however, initially was that he'd find the brothers alive and lead them to safety. Wes then entered Devil's Ear, swimming against the strong current that pumps 40 million gallons of water into the Santa Fe River every day. Pretty quickly, he couldn't find the men along the route they were expected to take, so he turned back around and went down one of the many side passages inside the system. It was there that he found an area that was almost completely silted out with visibility at basically zero. Then, just beyond the silto, Wes found Gary by himself, and he was already dead. Just a few feet away were the bodies of Mike and Dennis. All of them were wearing lights that were still on. Following their accident, things settled for a while and accidents returned to few and far in between at Guinea Springs, but things really took a turn at the beginning of 2001. Around 11 p.m. on May 7th, 40-year-old Steve anchored his...
Did they die? I'm the quickest pisser on the fucking East Coast. Let me tell you something. When you're fucking used to drinking whiskey and you decide to go with the vodka and club soda route, there ain't no way I die of dehydration. The groundskeeper really trying to warn them. It didn't seem like it. Tell them about the 28 deaths, Chad, trying to close the beaches after the 4th of July. Be the biggest one yet. Those beaches. My kids were in those caves in Florida, too. Thank you, Al Sal. Nobody has any interest in helping any of these people. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I'd like to think that if somebody were... After the fucking deck fell out from underneath me at the Outer Banks, and I fucking felt like I almost died, I have been noticing that I've been offering up advice to people. Hey, be careful. I learned a lot about this situation. I spoke to a couple of people. I've had inspections done. The decking that goes on at the Outer Banks really is not up to snuff. Like they don't, there's people down there that have no business doing construction, specifically construction where lots of families are going to be using it in rental properties. I've offered that advice up just because I don't want anybody else to have to go through what I went through. If I'm sitting there on the side of a fucking death cave and there's 3 assholes with their dicks in their hands and they tell me I don't have any experience in this whatsoever, I don't think you got to be, Meteor Man I don't think you have to be Leonard Part 6 to say, hey, you might want to rethink this, Jack. If anything, for your own fucking conscience. There were no lights on the deck. Yeah, there were no lights on the deck. That's probably why my fat ass almost died and my shoulder still doesn't work. Thank you for your sympathy, fan of radio. I know you always have my best intentions in mind.
Boat in the Santa Fe River and suited up. He was by himself and planned to do some mapping in previously unexplored areas of Devil Springs system, and he was going to do it alone.
That's smart.
Unlike the brothers, however, Steve had a wealth of cases.
Look at this picture. Any of you, I am a coward. I completely relent to that. I am not trying to paint myself any other way. Is there anyone in the chat that looks at this photo and says, yeah, that's for me? Is there anyone amongst you that looks at that and says that's anything but claustrophobic and awful? Who is attracted to this? Who is attracted to the crazy fucking Puerto Rican woman that stabbed her ex-husband and you're talking to at the bar? Like, there's just people that like to live dangerously, I suppose. But we've gone over this and over this. Go skydiving, motherfucker, like Tim McGraw. Live like you were dying. Go ride a bull. That's another thing. Like, riding a bull is incredibly dangerous. But odds are you're just going to get fucked up. You know, go run with the bulls. You might get gored in the asshole, sent over the fucking wrought iron fence. We've all seen the videos. Remember that event we covered where the dickheads are running down the hill? Like in Liverpool or something, and they're chasing that giant wedge of cheese, and they all just start falling and getting fucked up. Like, that's incredibly stupid. But it ain't this. People that say that they have a fear of public speaking have never seen pictures like this. DC Sports Mark is here. $4.99. Thank you, bud. Missed the first hour. Just checking in now. What did I miss? Well, the good thing about my YouTube channel is that the videos are available later. There's not a lot of YouTube channels that operate that way, DC Sports Mark, but if you'd like to, you could even go back and watch the first hour. It was really good. It was awesome. We talked about shooting each other with pepper spray bullets. We had a lot of fun. It's really some of the best radio I've ever done. There were at least 49 people watching. Go check it out. You'll love it. Clamp's here, and he's got the $5. Maybe there should be waivers. Now that I think about it, why not shed-based events in Maryland too? People need to understand the possible consequences. That's, you know what? I could probably go on a speaking tour cautioning retards all over the state of Maryland about the dangers of walking on decks and owning sheds. You know, like that shed could be filled with rat feces and have live electrical wiring fraying and protruding from it at all ankles. All ankles. How do you like them ankles? I love it, Clamp. And I think I've got a second career brewing now because of that super chat. DC Sports Mark $4.99. Did anyone ask if Al Sal can donate some bulletproof vests so Biker Sean can take a couple of non-lethal rounds? What's the fucking point, DC Sports Mark? The whole point is you want to feel the shit. That's another thing. What is is having a burn a pistol in the winter? How does that work? Somebody's wearing George Costanza's Gore-Tex jacket. They're going to walk right through your shit. You got to go pepper spray rounds. It's the only way it's going to work. Thank you, DC Sports Mark. Al Sal, $2. We need to visit the Velociraptor plan. I got a new plan. I got the cheetah plan. I meant to talk about it on the show this week. I haven't gotten around to it. I've got a way to revitalize the UFL. And all you need is about 8 cheetahs. And I could have that. I could have the UFL rivaling the NFL's television ratings during season number 3 if they survive. I got it. The Velociraptor plan, grander, it does solve all of our country's issues, but also financially it's a little bit more difficult to get around. Do you think there's any way that Biker Sean can find a jacket that fits him? I just can't see it. I just can't see it. All right, let's get back to these idiots. I'm sure this one turns out fine.
You'd have experience that spanned more than 13 years. Not only that, but he had performed hundreds of dives at Guinea Springs and was a cave diving instructor. The unknown areas of the system were where Steve thrived, and he very much enjoyed mapping out these spaces so other divers could enjoy them. What he really loved, however, was being the first to lay human eyes on these spots. Already to that point, he was responsible for 4,000 feet or 1,200 meters of newly mapped passages. Now, just inside the system from the riverside, divers encounter an ominous sign. Considering how many times Steve had entered Devil's Spring, he likely didn't even pay attention to it, but it's large with an image of a Grim Reaper. If you watched the recent Eagle's Nest video, or even if you didn't, you're probably
We did watch that video, didn't we?
familiar with it because it's one of the most infamous signs in all of cave diving. Essentially, it more or less says that divers should turn back to prevent their own death.
The amount of real estate that sign occupies in my brain, having never gone cave diving, I will never go cave diving. I have nothing but contempt for cave divers. And I think about that sign. I Google image search that sign. This sign right here. They got the same sign at the bottom of Eagle's Nest. There's dead if you look at it, it's the Grim Reaper with dead divers. I mean, they are pulling no punches with this marketing. And it makes no impact on the jizz bags that it's down there to save your life. It is not down there to intimidate. It's not down there to infringe on your rights. I find it so completely ironic, don't you think, that it occupies so much of my real estate in my brain and none of the people whose lives it can actually save. It's a miraculous thing.
But again, for divers like Steve, this was hardly consideration, so he swam right by it, aided by his handheld
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you? What about the no lights rule?
dive propulsion vehicle and entered the system. The next morning, when Steve was nowhere to be found, his friends became concerned and went to look for him. Knowing that he was planning on diving Devil's Spring, they hopped in a boat and headed up the Santa Fe River. What they eventually saw in the distance was Steve's empty boat that was still anchored in place where he left it.
Do you have any friends? Do you have anybody in your life other than a wife or a husband that if you, the next day didn't call them, didn't show up where? That they would hop in a boat and just go looking for you? I have nobody in my life that would do. I have one person, my wife, and then hopefully she would immediately go out and look for a person of color to marry and have a beautiful second half of her life with. I don't want her wasting any time on my big bloated fat ass, but she would look for a good afternoon. I think so. She might even make a couple of phone calls. Every one of these videos we watch for these dudes, there's a band of brothers that all jump in a fucking fan boat and head out to try to drag them out of whatever ditch they slipped and fell in and inhaled, half a quart of water. I'm very jealous of that aspect of their lives. I'm jealous that they have people that care.
Trained and accomplished divers themselves, Steve's friends then prepared themselves to enter the cave, terrified by what they might find inside.
Yeah.
On the way in, they passed by several air tanks that Steve had staged for his return trip out of the cave, and a sinking feeling came over them as each of the tanks were still full. After an hour of making their way through the winding, often tight passages inside Devil's Spring, they located Steve about 3,500 feet inside. He was right next to his guide rope, and on his back were two completely empty air tanks. Immediately, this didn't make any sense to his friends. Before they discovered him, they found his dive propulsion vehicle about 125 feet away. Clipped to it was a completely full bottle of gas. Whatever happened to Steve that night inside Devil's Spring was a complete mystery, as is often the case when divers die on solo dives.
Yeah, there's just no way to figure out what happened. He's in a fucking cave underwater with pressurized gas strapped to him. How about anything could happen? Do you remember that Eagle's Nest video we watched? Motherfuckers were just freaking out, sucking off of each other's fucking gas, going the wrong way down the shaft. I got a good idea as to what happened to him. He was cave diving in Florida and he met his demise. It seems to be a fucking pretty common occurrence.
In the aftermath of the tragedy, there were two theories experienced divers came up with. Either Steve suffered some kind of physical ailment that caused him to lose consciousness, or he went too far in the cave and he couldn't fight the extremely strong current to make his way out before he ran out of gas.
There's an extremely strong current as well. Do you guys remember That eagle's nest, there was 3 different guys that were heading down into the cave and they had heart attacks and just dropped fucking dead. I mean, it doesn't look like these are 19-year-olds doing this. Doesn't the pressure change quite a bit? It's chemical mixtures going into your body. I mean, what are we talking about? We can't figure out what happened? Oof.
The latter, however, is often dismissed because doing something like this would require Steve to take an unnecessary risk, and he was known as a completely cautious and meticulous diver. So, what actually occurred to Steve is still unknown to this day. A year later, on March 9th, 2002, a 30-year-old certified cave diver with more than 500 log dives, Terry, visited Guinea Springs with her husband, Alan, and a friend.
I mean, I don't know where I am with the racial slurs here. What, Dago Reservoir wasn't available? We had to go to Guinea Springs? Where are my proud Italians at in the stream? We're going to fucking boycott this shit. There's Lee. What's up, Lee Beasley? $9.99. Thank you so much for the beautiful soup.
I just want to say, I get butt-sized.
I do get butt-sized for all these super chats. Have we hit 30 yet? Emmy is the best. The cave dude is a nut job, by the way. No bueno. Yes, yes. Yes on both accounts. Jason wants to know if these divers are going to be fine. I don't think so. I don't think that's what this YouTube channel is about. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you very much. Al Sal, $5. Timeout. How do they stage these air tanks and get lost? Wouldn't you attach blinking lights and sounds to go? I mean, that's another common thing that happens all the time is these guys stash air tanks everywhere. And by the way, then I'm switching out my air underwater. So I'm unplugging myself from an empty tank and then plugging myself back into a new tank. What if there's a problem there? Seems to me like there could be some mechanical failure, and then you have no ability to breathe. What are we doing? This is some of the most damnably frustrating content to cover in the history of mankind. Thank you, Al Sal. I think Big Daddy took his ass out. Wait, what? Oh, a Big Daddy. Yeah, you think he was going after the Little Caesars? Boy, I'm fucking starving. We got any Little Caesars back here? I think he's going after the Little Sisters. Adam Spider Clamp. Clamp, did you harvest the Little Sisters or save the Little Sisters? I did both many times, but I enjoyed saving them more. I didn't like in BioShock 2 how you then had to throw the bitch on your back and kind of escort her around as she harvested Adam and had to kill all those spider slicers. It's the worst kitchen in radio, Slider. I mean, it fucking follows me everywhere. Fortress of Solid Dudes, Oakton Falls, it don't matter. Thank you, Clamp. All right, let's stack some more bodies. I'm sure. Look, we got another fucking 8 minutes left. How many more people can die?
The 3 were planned to enter the Devil Spring system, dive up to an area known as the main line, and jump to another area called Hill 400. At this point, they'd leave staged air tanks for decompression on their return before continuing through the double lines to the Ice Palace.
Of course.
These are all different rooms and sections of the cave. At around 1:10 p.m., they entered the water at Devil's Ear and began what was a routine dive for them. Just as they planned, they reached the Ice Palace around 45 minutes later, using about 1/3 of the air in their air tanks. Divers follow what's called a rule of thirds when it comes to preparing gas quantity for any particular dive, and plan on using 1/3 on the way in, another 1/3 on the way out, and the last third in case of emergencies or unforeseeable delays.
Then why do they keep dying left and right?
Terry, Allen, and their friend were right on schedule, and they started to turn back and headed for the exit along the same route.
Terry Allen, Washington Redskins and Minnesota Viking running back legend. How many touchdowns did Terry Allen have for the Washington Redskins when he was like 38 years old? Terry Allen is a motherfucking dude. He's a guy.
They took. Around 2:25 p.m., they had just passed through a tight restriction known as the keyhole when Terry, who was leading the group, suddenly went vertical and
they weren't done passing, am I right?
Turned around to her companions. At some point, Terry needed to switch to her backup regulator, and this is usually done in case of any malfunction with the main regulator. At this depth at around 70 feet, Terry reached for her husband, and when she got to him, her eyes closed and she went completely limp, losing the backup regulator from her mouth as a result. Alan then immediately pulled his regulator out of his mouth and shoved it into Terry's, but she was completely unresponsive.
Can you imagine watching your fucking wife die in front of you in that manner? Can you fucking imagine what that does to you? I mean, she gone. We all know that. But, like, your life is never going to be worth shit again. Why did we do that? Why were we there? Don't give me that she died doing what she loves shit. Can you imagine staring into your wife's eyes in an underwater cave as she realizes this is it? Holy shit. I mean, I'm getting fucking goosebumps just speaking the truth, speaking it into existence.
So quickly, Alan and their friend rushed Terry to the surface, and within literal minutes, paramedics arrived on the scene and began life-saving measures on Terry. But she would never regain consciousness.
Didn't they say they were 45 minutes into the cave? I mean, why even bother? Take a leisurely swim back to the surface. Enjoy yourself.
Their investigation into Terry's tragic passing revealed the potential cause for distress inside Devil's Spring. Divers have many things to take into account that require careful planning ahead of any dive. One of those factors is gas. Beyond a certain depth, divers can no longer safely breathe the same air that we breathe at the surface because of all sorts of conditions like nitrogen narcosis and oxygen toxicity. On the day of Terry's death, all 3 divers were...
Ever wonder how they figured that out? Ever wonder what the trial and error was for them to figure out that we need to start breathing in a different type of gas than oxygen when we get to a certain depth in the fucking cave?
In the exact same mixture, and when she suddenly passed out, they were using a mix that was made up of around 38% oxygen. The thing about gas mixtures, though, is that everybody is different, so this has to be calculated as part of the dive plan. Alan and their friend experienced no ill effects from breathing a mix of 38% oxygen, but this particular combination was apparently enough to cause oxygen toxicity in Terry. And keep in mind this 38% oxygen figure because this is about to be a significant point of comparison. On August 8th, 2013, a man named Carlos arrived at Guinea Springs with his diving gear and some friends. He had ventured all the way down from Canada, and when he went through customs, agents checked out his...
I thought this was a dumb white people thing, but apparently it's multicultural.
...equipment, which included a standard 80 cubic foot tank marked as oxygen. With nothing wrong with his equipment, agents let him cross the border into the United States, and he traveled south to Florida. Carlos was also an experienced and trained cave diver, but by some accounts, this may have been slightly to his detriment as he was known as an overly confident diver. While he readied his equipment on the shore at Devil's Eye, one of his friends noticed the oxygen tank Carlos was preparing to take on the dive and saw MOD 20 on the side. MOD stands for maximum operating depth, and the number indicates what depth that is in feet. In the case of this tank, that meant it shouldn't be used below 20 feet or 6 meters. Since their dive plan that day called for a much, much deeper dive than 20 feet, it was an odd tank to bring.
Yeah, they told him just to leave his lights off. Don't bring a flashlight and you'll be fine, Carlos. Don't worry about that.
So his friend pointed this out to Carlos, who assured the friend that the tank was improperly marked. Prior to leaving Canada, Carlos said he had filled it with surface air himself. So, satisfied...
How do you do that? How do you get the surface air into the tank? Is it like you use a funnel?
With this answer, it was never brought up again among the group before the dive. After entering Devil's Eye, Carlos breathed from his tank for about 400 feet or 122 meters to a depth of about 90 feet or 27 meters. Suddenly, and without warning at that point, he began having seizures. His dive partners then rushed to help him and began the process of returning him to the surface as quickly as they could get him there. When they finally got him topside, his friends started calling for help, which was heard by others in the vicinity who rushed over to assist Carlos out of the water. By this point, Carlos was no longer breathing, and despite performing CPR, they were unsuccessful in reviving him.
I just don't even know, like... I'm kind of a libertarian, you know? I'm for freedom. I'm for people. If you want to fuck yourself up, if you want to take heroin, if you want to snort cocaine, if you want to ride a dirt bike through the wild Chihuahuan desert so dry you couldn't spit, like, I'm cool with it. It's when everybody else is affected. Like, if you're going to do your shit, talk your shit. But please stop involving the rest of the world. I just want to eat Eggo waffle. Do you know how good? I don't know if you guys are... If I'm putting you onto this, you're welcome. But I assume most of you have already been down this path. Have you ever taken the jelly out of a jelly donut and filled it with French vanilla ice cream? No. Have you ever taken 2 Eggo waffles, right? And then taken peanut butter and honey and made a sandwich out of them motherfuckers? Like taking those Eggos right out of the goddamn toaster. And then you put the Skippy peanut butter on there, or Peter Pan, whatever your proclivities are if you're a Jif guy. And then you put a bunch of honey on it. The peanut butter is all melty. It's more delicious than any steak I've ever had, any creme brulee, any coffee ice cream, any eggs Benedict. Like, motherfucker, I don't want to not be able to have one of those sandwiches again because you decided to go breathe death gas in the death spring. DC Sports Mark $4.99. Thank you, bud. This is Nightmare Fuel. I'm so glad I wasn't born with the thrill-seeking gene. Yes, I agree. Jimmy can't fit into jeans anymore. Super chat number 30. Give us the juicy on Jimmy. Do we hit our goal? There we go. Check that out. Is that true? Can anybody confirm if that's true? Oh, God, there I am. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's see here. Looks like Officer Tom Friendly is our number one fan. Did you guys see these power rankings? It's pretty dope. Lee Beasley's on there. Let's see. Boyetts is number 9. Al Sala is number 2. Spider Clamp 3. Courtney and Elizabeth are number 4. I don't think they've super chatted tonight. Maybe I don't think you have to super chat to get on the top 10 list. This is pretty cool. The 3-Name Bandit is here. Josh Roca is here. Josh, how come you're just sitting there silently like a creep? That leaderboard's pretty dope. All right, yes, I have confirmed 30 chats. Yes, Tom G, you are our number one fan tonight on the leaderboard. Thank you so much. Oh, my God, the texts I'm getting. Oh, my God, the texts I'm getting. All right, I promised I wouldn't dox this party, but I have to fucking show you guys this. Don't worry, we'll get into the Jim Jester thing. I'm not going to whore you on that, but I have to show you this picture. Look, man, if you are, I have Muslim friends. It's, you know, whenever you say that, you're always going to sound like a racist. Iron Mike Sleep is clearly a Muslim person, and everyone knows it. He feels like he's some sort of Uncle Tom or some shit. He is having a Muslim party tonight. And my wife went with Ant-Man to the party. So I'm getting all these text messages. They said they're playing some crazy Punjabi MC music. The Rock Mami say, the fucking Jay-Z version. There's just all this lamb. It's clearly a foreign party, which is fine. I've had a lot of fun at foreign parties. But apparently, Iron Mike has been lighting incense all night and won't speak to anybody, won't hang out with anyone. This is him lighting incense and blowing it out of this tiny golden trinket in the middle of this massive Muslim party that they're at. What type of bread is that on the table? That's the bottle of booze that I sent with my wife to give to Mike as a thank you for having her to the party. It's a very nice barrel pick Elijah Craig, Dave Testa gave me. I'm regifting it. Please don't tell him. It's Goat Fest, Al Sal. You're right. And not like, yes, not like that Goat Fest. So marinate Catholics are different. I don't know, Al Sal. He claims he's Catholic. There's just no fucking way. What's in that jug? What's in that jug? What flag is that? I got more questions than answers, but I am getting a lot of fucking text messages. I'm probably not supposed to share these with you. Yeah, it's just, I got 10 text messages of this is the song Reheen Nashar Bum Bum by Mohammed Ramadan is the guy that's performing there. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even fathom what's taking place. Although we do have some orders. You guys are fucking killing it tonight. Al Sal is on the goddamn CommonwealthDryGoods.com picking up some Shining Soul. He bought the cheese titties. I don't know if there's any left, but if you haven't gotten cheese titties, you're a fool. And then Ty Dillinger from Pennsylvania got a Chad Duke Show fish hat and Hot Man Shed. If you have not ordered Hot Man Shed yet, please do. We now only have 9 Chad Duke Show fish hats left. I will package these up for you tomorrow, and they will be out and to you. If you have already ordered from CommonwealthDryGoods.com, I package all that shit up today and send it out. We are sold out of Bore Neal energy drink in under a week. When we announce the next energy drink, you guys got to move fast. People love this shit. Buying cases of this shit. And of course, the hottest album of the summer, Hot Men Shed. Get your copy. Only $20. Only $20. You will not find a cheaper brand new CD anywhere in the country than that. So pleased to be enjoying. And thank you to everyone. Base Cother says he needs a fish hat. They're right there. And I didn't raise my prices. The suggested retail value of that fucking hat that I sold you is $30. I think that's ridiculous. $25. It's a great hat. Beautiful hat. Go check it out. You'll love it. Clamp, $5. Thank you, buddy. Iron Mike around his friends doing his Biker Sean impression. What does that mean? Biker Sean is more sociable than it appears our guy Iron Mike is. I cannot wait to try the cheese titties. Lori, did you order cheese titties also? I've never seen a Catholic party like that. Thank you, Clamp. Okay. Let's take a quick break from all the macabre shit. I do have some other things I need to show you, but we can go. I do want to cover this. You guys got me to the 30 super chats. It's all I asked for. Very generous. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. It's a very nice thing for you guys to do. Feel like that we're all a family. This is a turkey verse. We're all turkeys. We're turkeys in the turkey verse, turkeying it up. Potential spam. God damn it. Everything that fucking Facebook thinks everything is spam. Don't try to post in the super secret supporter chat. Facebook's going to call it spam and ruin your afternoon. Oh, boy. Let's check it out here. Let me find it. Give me 1 second. By the way, check out Monster Island. Great fucking movie. Okay, I got it. Okay. So not only will we show what I initially posted, but then we will show some of the results. There's a very insightful comment on this post that I think holds a lot of water. And, you know, all ball breaking aside from Jim, I think just 1/2 of an ounce of introspection from him would really result in a higher quality of life for him and his family. But I just don't think it's in the cards. For those of you that casually watch, Jim Jester is my producer. He is a rotund gentleman. He has been with me for years. I've known Jim since WHFS. When I worked in radio, he worked as a board op at many of the radio stations I worked at. Then eventually he found his way to Big O and Dukes. During COVID, he was released from the radio station because he was fired by Matthew Robert Cahill. Thank you. And of course, I hired Jimmy, and he's been with me ever since. And love Jim, but Jim is one of the more frustrating people that I have ever encountered in my life for a plethora of piñatas. You are turkey, Edward. That's why look behind me over here. Pictures of turkeys. Because we're in the turkey verse, motherfucker. It's either a Days of Thunder publicity photo or it's a picture of a turkey. That's what happens around these parts. I'm going to throw up. There's a 3-name bandit. Member for 13 months. I have 2 CDS fish hats. I now go by 3-named fish hats. Fantastic. Thank you, 3-name bandit. Everybody needs 2 fish hats, because if you sweat that motherfucker up, then you've got another one. So I posted this. This is a screen cap. And for those of you unfamiliar, it is well documented that when Jim is supposed to be preparing for the Chad Duke Show, he's just on Facebook trolling. And I want to go ahead and indemnify Shell Brooks here. I believe she's a listener, but she did nothing wrong. Jim just did what he does. He creeps on women on Facebook constantly, specifically my listeners. And you perhaps say, Dukes, this is innocuous. He just said happy birthday. It ain't. We've had many conversations about the way he conducts himself around my female listeners. He has put his penis in some of them. He has attempted to put his penis in many. He has solicited titty pics from various female listeners. I don't go for that shit. I don't want it around me. I don't want my female listeners to feel uncomfortable. And Jim should know better. Now, this is him just saying happy birthday. But I wanted to let him know that I knew. And that's why I left the comment, everyone knows. So then I took a screen capture of this motherfucker and I put it in the super secret supporter chat. And it's, gotten a good bit of traffic. over there. The supporter chat is smaller. It's about 350 people. So 46 likes is quite a bit. It's quite a large chunk of the fucking people that go in there that are taking notice of this post. And I wanted to read what Josh McMaster wrote because I thought it was incredibly insightful. And he asked some questions to which I'd like to know the answer as well. I don't think he's here tonight, but he's wearing a Big O and Dukes hoodie and clearly has been around a long time. I understand he's grasping for female attention, any kind, outside of what he receives from his mother or wife. What I can't wrap my head around is how the time and effort he spends chasing it could instead be invested in showing appreciation to male friends who've given him gifts and opportunities to improve his life. And with that same energy and tenacity he applies to seeking female attention, I wonder if there were a group dinner with only women and Jim, would he suddenly become the social butterfly rather than displaying his usual reserved behavior? I mean, Joshua McMasters, hell, they should be calling this motherfucker Dr. Niles Crane. I mean, this dude just blew this shit up right in front of us. What a tremendous comment. I want to take the first part first. And I don't know why I never thought of this. The energy that Jim Jester puts into trying to lay groundwork to stick his blooper into these poor women. If he was, and let's not even go to the part about showing appreciation to male friends, because that sounds like it's self-grandizing. Aggrandizing? How do you say that? I'm not even talking about me. Think about this. H. Mac, after Jim was destroying the shed in his backyard, H. Mac said, I've got a guy that will take this shit out of your backyard for free. Nothing. Won't cost you a dime. We're talking rat feces. We're talking insects, live wires. This isn't bullshit. This is what the conditions were. Jim can't even be there to meet them. He has to go do whatever he's doing. They go to the backyard. They clean the shit up. They take everything out. Jim does not thank them. Jim does not tip them. Jim does not reach out to HMAC and say, hey, who were those guys? I'd like to ask Dukes if I can plug them on the show, which of course the answer would be yes. I'd like, God forbid, what are their Venmos? I'd like to tip them each a couple bucks so they can get a pizza. And by the way, HMAC, thank you so much for this incredibly generous offer, of which if I didn't have, I don't know what I'd do, because it's already been years of that shit piling up in the backyard. I mean, we won't even get into what Chip Fuqua and Joe Azer tried to do for Jim. I mean, literally do something for him that would save his life and potentially the lives of the people involved in his life. Jim has had a heart attack. Jim is under stress. Jim needs to simplify his life. Joe and Chip were going to work together to figure out a way to get Jim into Chip Fuqua's house, a big single-family house where Jim could move his folks, where Jim could move his sick wife, where Jim could move his kids. Everybody's under the same roof. So instead of having to drive over to his parents' house at 2 o'clock in the morning when he gets home from taping the Chad Duke show, everybody's already there. He doesn't follow up. He doesn't thank them. Take me out of it. Take all that shit out of it. Think about what Mike Sleep has done for Jim. I have designed you a clothing line. I've worked with Bustles. I've already started the website. All you got to do is plug it. Never happens. Still hasn't happened. And yet Jim has endless hours to burn on trying to scam on chicks on Facebook. It is one of the most baffling things I've ever encountered in my life. Cave diving, cave scuba diving seems to make more sense. So that's the first part. The second part is so interesting to me, and I would have to assume Jim is a completely different person when he's scamming and skeeving on chicks. And I give Iron Mike a lot of shit for how disgusting he is speaking about women. And how he clearly doesn't view them as individuals. He views them as a collection of sex organs for him to jizz into and then hopefully foster children. God bless him. That's his primary interest. But it's not making him sacrifice other aspects of his life. He's still got the career and the family and all that shit. Jimmy does act differently around women. If Jim was sitting at a table surrounded by, I got all those pictures of Jim with the concubine at the live show, talking to Spider Clamp's wife, chatting her up. I think that's true also. I think this Joshua McMaster is a goddamn soothsayer. I think he's a truth seeker. In this one comment on this one screen cap that basically I put up for yucks. You know what I mean? This isn't biting social commentary. He's got the entire Jim Jester paradigm diagnosed. It's actually unbelievable. I give him so much credit. Yes, Spider Clamp busted, but I mean, technically, what are you going to bust him for? Saying happy birthday? He knows what he's doing. So we go down there and we take a look at some of these comments. The world may never know. This Robert Scheckler said, if his desire is to procreate, his actions accurately reflect that. He certainly doesn't appear too long for meaningful male companionship. That's cruel. I don't think we need a psychologist or an anthropologist to break this down for us. I think Bob Slack's trying to be funny there, but I don't know. I don't think he wants to procreate. I think he wants to jizz. I think Iron Mike wants to procreate. I think Jim Jester's two goals in life are to sit on the couch and jizz. And whatever can get him to either one of those goals, he's willing to put the pedal to the metal. Oh, boy. That is worth 30 super chats, in my opinion. I might throw up. Can we have a turkey fest where we have a Thanksgiving buffet 6 months after Thanksgiving at Fair Windsor Fairfax? I've done this, Al Sal. Now, Al Sal, you're talking that shit. It's a great idea. I'm down for it. But what do you think I've been doing all these many months, making all these turkeys? I fucking do something Thanksgiving every single month. I can't recommend the rest of you do this more. I've said it on the show. I've said it in my personal life. Make a turkey every month. Make a full, if not a turkey, get a big-ass breast, bone-in breast. Make yourself a turkey. Make some mashed potatoes. It's ridiculous to think that it will make the Thanksgiving meal less special. The Thanksgiving meal is an entire event. But the Thanksgiving meal is quality enough where we should be enjoying it more throughout the year. It is fucking ridiculous that we have relegated that meal to one day. 2 if you count Christmas. The Christmas meal is pretty similar. But sitting down with a turkey, even a ham, stuffing, trimmings, you know, whatever your fucking pleasure is. You like the green bean casserole, whatever. Gravy boats. Why are gravy boats limited to one time a year? Why do we do this to ourselves? We shouldn't. We should have more respect for ourselves. We should have more respect for Thanksgiving. But to answer your question, Al Sal, yes. Yes, we can do that. It's interesting that Based Kothar makes a comment. We should have more feasts. You know what sounds like a good idea? Feasting. You know what you need if you're going to be feasting? You needed the perfect beverage. You need the perfect beverage to feast during the holidays. Huh. If only somebody could come up with that. If only somebody had a perfect solution for that. And if only you guys would buy 100 tickets to the Holiday Hootenanny at the Old Shebeen. I've got an announcement. Cocked, locked, and ready to cock rock. That you're going to fucking love. And Al-Sal, you're going to be the first in line. The absolute first in line. If it wasn't for H-Mac, the debris would remain. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. The debris would still be there. Everything would still be there. We all know this. Getting more correspondence. What in the shit is going on? Oh, God. Give me 1 second. Got to show you something else. You guys appreciate life? Do you appreciate the life you have? I think most of you probably do. Pretty lucky to be in this country. There's just a few things you got to get right. And not being like this is probably one of the better ways to get through life. Imagine smoking a cigarette after all the shit this guy has been through. After all of the veins that have collapsed. After all of the smoke that's been in those lungs. And imagine flashing that face because you think it makes you look like James Dean. What a disturbing evening. I'm so glad I'm here with you. I can't even explain to you how glad I am that I'm here with you guys and not there. This next video is from an account called Midwest Safety. We've used their videos in the past. They've got millions of subscribers. But if you like found footage, if you like body cam footage, you're not going to find a better channel for it. This is by far the bee's knees. And there's no bombastic over-the-top tasings here. But this piece of shit makes all of us patriotic, gun-owning, flag-waving individuals look like what the left thinks we are. They do us no favors. This guy is a pile of terrible. The video is titled "When Your Crazy Uncle Meets the Police." And I don't want to watch all of it. But I also wanted to show you this so you can see the difference in behavior in the female cop before and after the dude cop shows up. So we'll spend a little time with this.
Let's just chat for a second.
Yeah, I have none to chat with you about. None at all. I have literally nothing to say to you.
Okay.
So you want me to go get her? So you can listen to her bullshit?
No, I'll get her in just a second. What's your name?
I just told you I don't feel like talking to you.
Well, I would prefer you don't go in the house.
I'm not going in the house. I'm over the door and telling her to hold me. There she is right there.
Can we stay in here? No, if you want to come out and tell me what's going on. I don't feel safe around him. Okay. I don't want him here. Okay.
One problem with that.
Do you live here?
I've lived here for 2 years.
He's not on the leave? He's threatening me. He ripped my bedroom door off the hinges. Give me 1 second.
Door,
Give me 1 second. This is my door. You told me that you don't have anything to say to me.
To her, I'm not talking. No, don't. Look, I'll talk. This is fucking America. I'll do any goddamn thing I want to do. I will. You get. Fucking bring him on. Bring him on.
So he's got a Walmart shirt. I don't know what the freedom tradition is. Speaking this way to a police officer seems to be part of the freedom tradition. This guy's a tall drink of water. He lives at the house. I don't know if this is the wife or the sister or the girlfriend, but I think that there's no excuse for acting the way that he's about to act, okay? I'm not making any excuses. But you heard what the cop just said, you just said you didn't have anything to say to me. When you see this woman and you see what she looks like and you see what her haircut is, I think you're going to understand why this situation got escalated as much as it did. Now, this dude is nuts. And he's big. And to send one female cop, and I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you, one morbidly obese female cop out to deal with this motherfucker, we need to be less open-minded about gender equality. I know how that sounds. I know that sounds offensive to a lot of people. But you need a big fucking hoss of a police officer to show up when you got a 6'3", crazy-eyed, dead-eyed redneck motherfucker. And clearly there's some sort of domestic violence situation that's about to pop off at a moment's notice. Al Sal immediately. Don't go to these by yourself. Yes. The theme of this video is they do a 2-camera bit where backup is on the way and how long it takes backup to get there. And luckily, this guy's crazy, but he's not crazy. He's not, I'm going to swing on a female cop crazy. But who the fuck would know? Wait till you hear the way this guy speaks to this police officer.
You tell me I can't fucking talk in this fucking country? I have literally nothing to say to you. In this fucking country? Bitch, is your face next to my finger?
Hey, just get over here.
Fucking idiot, you're worse than she is. Fuck you.
All I asked.
No, I don't give a fuck. But no, all you asked was what your exact words were your exact fucking words were. You said you didn't want to talk to me. You didn't fucking...
Can you imagine living with this man? Are those teeth on the bottom? Is that a piece of gum? Are those teeth? What is this? Are those spectacles? What was going on when the blue and white rolled up? Look at that punum. Look at that punum. Look at that cum catcher. Now, if a guy is screaming like this and being belligerent, like, how do we get to, all right, you're going to jail? Because I want to, you think he's drunk, Jesse? I don't think he's drunk. He's very lucid. And if he doesn't slur his speech, and he gets a lot of words out in a little amount of time. If this was a dude cop, do you think this guy goes 0 to fucking 60? I think he's got issues with women.
Ask me shit. Sir. You made a fucking statement saying that this is not fucking America, and I'm not allowed to talk to whoever the fuck I want to.
I said...
That's what the fuck you said.
I said, did you change your mind?
It's a nice
Can
neighborhood.
you just come over here until my partner gets here?
Fuck you and fuck your fucking partner.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
Look, go talk to her. Go listen to that bitch lies, and then you come back and talk to me.
Okay.
How's that?
I just didn't want you to go back inside.
I am going back in the fucking house.
Okay, if you could just stay out here for a second.
No. How's that? Absolutely not. I'll be back out.
Okay, sir, I'm giving you a lawful command to not step back inside, okay?
And I'm telling you to get the fuck off my property.
You need to come step out here. Come step out here right now.
I'm not walking over there. I'm on my motherfucking property.
I like how, like, his way of thumbing his nose in the face of authority changes from moment to moment. All right, I'll stay out here. I won't go in the house, but I'm not walking over there. That's a bridge too far. At this point, I think sweet talk. You get more flies with honey. I noticed she's taking the bass out of her voice. But I already would have had the fucking taser out. Sal, when can the taser come out? Can she have the taser out right now? If he's being this belligerent, like, she still doesn't know what the shit is going on. Like, we still don't know why he's this agitated.
My motherfucking yard, and I'll damn well stand wherever the fuck I want to.
Don't step near me again.
Or what? Or what? Oh, I'll back up. How about if I run in the house?
How about you don't?
How about I fucking will and I'll lock your fucking ass out and then I'll wait for you to kick the door.
Stand right here.
I'm standing right here where I want. Matter of fact, I'm not standing here any longer. I'm gonna sit right there in that fucking chair.
You can sit in that chair.
Oh, I can. I know I can. Okay. Or I can stand right here. Don't fucking step towards me not one more motherfucking time.
Go sit in that chair.
How do you like that? Don't step fucking towards me. What'd you tell me?
I told you not to take another step near me.
You step towards me.
Go sit in that chair.
You.
Go sit in that chair.
Make me.
Go sit.
Let me.
Right there, when the make me comes out, I don't know how this stuff gets escalated. But it would seem to me that is raising the intensity even past the language. Like is that not a threat? What is that? How would you call that or describe that if it was your job to deal with this situation? Make me. Okay. I'm getting one clip attached up here on your shoulder. I'm getting one clip attached down here by the love handle. And I'm gonna run some amperage and Voltron. I'm gonna have the mechanical tigers. They're going to assemble and swing a big crazy sword at you.
You see, you fucking make me sit in that chair. Go ahead. Yeah, you ain't got to say it, do you? You're pissing me off.
I don't understand
Do
what
not
I
tell
did.
me what to do.
I don't know what
Period.
I said.
Well, I'll tell you, you didn't say any goddamn thing. I'm telling you now, you're a fucking cop, and I don't like talking to cops.
Okay.
And then you're telling me where I can and can't stand, and then you're trying to make me go sit down and tell me.
Do you guys think this guy's drunk? I don't think he's drunk. I think he's bipolar. I think he's white trash. I think he's probably a misogynist. But I also think, I swear to God, and look, I'm not trying to victim blame here, but her saying, you said you didn't have anything to do with me. I'm telling you, that's when he went fucking thermonuclear. And I don't think she was ready for it. But how could you be? Look at that fucking face.
I can't go back in my fucking house? Who the fuck are you to tell me anything?
Here we go.
Literally, tell me who the fuck you are to tell me anything.
The way that you're speaking.
All right, so dude cop shows up. You tell me if her demeanor changes and his demeanor changes when dude cop shows up. Because that was the interesting part of this whole thing for me.
To me right now.
It's what?
I'm thinking of officer safety. That's it. Okay.
You.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Is fuck you. And look at this. You too.
If you could talk, all right. You need to go sit down.
You need to get the fuck out of my face. And do not step.
Her demeanor, and I mean the fact that this was the woman that was sent to deal with this dude by herself. Like, in what world is that appropriate? I mean, it wouldn't be appropriate if just one dude was sent, right? I think that's what Al Sal was saying earlier. I know it sounds like antiquated thinking, but Jesus fucking Christ. Never tell someone to do something you don't have the legal authority to make them someone do. So you're saying her saying go sit in the chair, she doesn't have the legal authority to do that. So yeah, she doesn't. This guy's look, I'm not defending this fucking monster. Like, he deserves to be taken out of society. I would love for him to get the wood shampoo. I don't know if they pass out socks filled with wood screws in this particular precinct, but if they did, it would be fantastic to Dexter like saran wrap him to a fucking table and take turns wailing on him like Private Pile. But I think the reason why it escalated also is because of this one particular officer. I could be wrong. But let's see what happens now that homie is here.
Towards me again.
I'm not playing with you. Go sit down.
Go fuck yourself. I'm not sitting down. I'm waiting right here until you guys figure this shit out.
I gave you a lawful order to not go in the house. You didn't do that. We're cool.
There you go.
Right?
So go
Sit
take
down.
care of your fucking business and then get the hell off the property.
You don't tell me what to do.
You okay?
No, I'm not. You're yelling at my partner.
I don't give a fuck. Your fucking partner's a fucking piece of shit. Telling me what I can and can't motherfucking do at my own.
We're here to investigate something.
Then
Ain't gonna you screaming at
and me and me, man. Look,
We got fighting.
I'm not fucking.
Listen.
Is that fighting or is that resisting? Like, if he's not allowing himself to be arrested, that's not assault on a police officer, right? The second she goes, like, do you have to say you are being detained? Like, when she just goes and grabs for his wrist like that, she certainly would not have done that before the second cop was there.
You're gonna get tased.
Boy, I tell you what.
You're gonna get tased.
Tell me what.
You hear
For
me?
what?
Stop. You're
Stop
gonna get
what?
tased. Turn around, put your hands behind your back now.
No.
Yeah, I mean, tase his ass. Now we got the third cop showing up.
He's resisting.
I am not.
Put your hands behind your back now!
Joke.
Put your hands behind your back now!
Look at them lasers. Look at them lasers. If the burner pistol had them lasers like that, oh, I'd be so steamed up. She's smart to wait until back up until her partner. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Al Sal. It's just like the emboldened fucking aggressiveness after the dude shows up. You know, I clearly, you know, you would know this better than I. I just don't understand how this shit can happen. How you send one person out to deal with a fucking... Well, I guess you don't know that it's going to be some mutant, crazy bottom tooth. His bottom teeth look like Luray Caverns.
Ow!
You gonna comply or not?
Dude, let me get rid of my cigarette, and then I'll gladly put my hands.
I'm not playing your game. Put your cigarette down. Put your hands behind your back now.
You don't need to be grabbing on me. Put the fucking cuffs on me.
Alpha 213, 1 secure.
Let everyone know.
Let's go. We're going to my car.
For what?
It doesn't matter.
Don't tell me
You're
it doesn't
detained
matter.
right now.
I'm asking you if I'm under arrest.
I said it doesn't matter. You are not under arrest. You are being detained right now. And you will walk to my car, or else I'll drag you there.
You might have to.
Okay, great. Well, then you'll get charged with resisting.
I thought you already said I was resisting.
You are resisting. Do you want to charge me with it?
I'm letting this mother... Hey,
Let's go now!
are you done doing your thing?
Yep. Let's go, bud.
Hey, dude.
Don't you hey, dude, me.
Oh, motherfucker. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead, talk.
What's wrong with you
Seriously?
guys?
Stop. Let's go. Now!
I am waiting for this man to double lock my fucking cuffs. And you start dragging.
All right, you are now under arrest. Let's go. Stop resisting!
Oh, God. I don't even... I mean, maybe I can't fucking objectively analyze a video like this because that voice... Just hearing that voice, I'd be like, whatever you want me to do, I will do it. Just please stop screaming. What motivates people when they're at this stage, handcuffed, and have two cops dragging them? I'm going to continue to make this more difficult. How does that benefit you? You guys are all disagree. She has been more than patient. I guess, Clamp. I don't know what it is. That voice, it hits my spinal column and it fucking makes it want to collapse. Oh.
Don't try to hook my leg.
Don't try to break my fucking arm.
I ain't trying to break your arm. I'm trying to get you to move.
Then stop and I'll fucking move.
You gonna move or not?
I'm gonna pull my pants up. Is that okay? Or you don't give a fuck?
How the hell does this guy figure out a way to live in that woman's house for 2 years? I mean, it's like if you find a tarantula in the basement. Like, okay, I'm going to burn the house down rather than live in the same house as this tarantula. That fucking, look at those fucking eyes. Can you imagine he gets 6 Budweiser red labels into him, what this dude is like? She sounds like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. I tell you what, man, I don't know what it is. It's the most brutal weapon that they could, if they ever need to come get Schoode, have her just screaming in the background, be like, I'll go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Please just tell her to stop screaming at me. Oh, Jesus. Look at his face.
You want me to walk to the car with my underwear on?
You can pull your pants up. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. These fucking dirty motherfuckers. These fucking cops hurt you fucking people.
Are they supposed to feel good? 3 cars now. Oh, they got the Chargers. Are those SRTs?
He's got gloves.
Come on.
Put your belly against the car now.
Stop pushing on me. I'm standing here in cuffs. That ain't fucking
Put your
enough.
belly against the car.
Or what?
I'm giving you a lawful command.
Or what?
That lawful command shit apparently does not seem to impress him that much.
Dude, you do see him. I'm seeing up against the car. So do what the y'all are doing.
All right. Well,
I'm not doing
comply. All right.
That's why.
Thank you.
What is his end game?
Asshole, don't fucking touch me, man. Put that shit back in my pocket. And at no point in time did I ever say go ahead and fucking search me. I never gave you permission.
People are all fucking. I swear to God, they watch too many television. They watch too many documentaries. People always think that they have to give the police permission for everything. I didn't say it was okay to look at my pocket. You're being detained, asshole. We're gonna make sure you don't have a slapjack. What are they watching that makes them think that they're all junior lawyers? All of them. Every single one of the people that get fucking arrested on these body cam videos, they all the same shit. I feel violated. I don't feel safe. Like, well, we're past that. You've been screaming at me for the past 45 minutes. Now you're going to jail. And you lose your rights as a citizen.
Search.
Being searched is incident to arrest, sir.
Arrested for what?
Resisting.
Resisting to what?
Me. Lawful commands.
You're stupid. If I'm under arrest and I'm resisting arrest, I have to be under arrest.
You are under arrest.
Now.
You're under arrest. Shut up.
You. Don't you ever tell me to fucking shut up.
How many times have you told me to shut up, bro?
How many times? Who gives a fuck? What are you doing, dude?
Stop.
Quit fucking assaulting me.
Quit assaulting me.
Stop hitting me.
Hey, just stop me.
Did I kick you?
You just kicked me.
Did I kick you?
You might want to lower your voice.
For what?
Lower your voice.
Pronounce my fucking voice?
Yep.
Okay. Pigs are fucking special.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
Could anything happen to this guy now in custody that you wouldn't be okay with? Like, would there anything, if they took the batons out and went to the back of the hamstrings, right? Whatever it is. They take the pistol out, put it in his mouth, and he actually ingests a chemical round. You're being such an insufferable ass. And I know I always say this, and I know it always comes up. I'm so excited that the body cam footage has backfired so fucking spectacularly against the people that wanted to use it against the cops. They thought they were going to get nothing but cops on video beating the shit out of civilians for no reason. And all it's done is open us up to show us what it's like trying to this guy talked himself into jail. Who the fuck knows what was going on? The woman comes out of the house and says, I want him out of here. What would have happened if he would have said, okay, gotten in his Honda Civic, drove down to the YMCA, spent a couple of nights there, came back and said, sorry, I had too much to drink. Maybe he's back in his dirty, disgusting basement drinking chocolate milk in 48 hours. Instead, it's this. I'm fighting with the cops on the side of the road, screaming at the top of my lungs. It's got to be bipolar, right? It's got to be a mental illness. You can't explain this behavior with any rational fucking thought or thought process.
Pushing back.
Then quit pushing on me.
Stop kicking and stop pushing back.
You're a dumb bitch. I ain't kicked anybody. Fucking scumbag. Come to a motherfucker's house and try to make him sit on the ground like he's a fucking animal.
I didn't say sit on the ground.
Go fuck yourself. You don't tell me to sit, period. I'm not your fucking dog.
You said you were going to sit, and I said that's fine. Just don't go in the house.
No, what you said was just go sit down.
Are we done here? Is he searched?
I would hope so.
Stop pushing back.
Get off my fucking dick.
Well, if you comply, we'll have this issue.
There's 4 of you.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, fuck you too, bitch.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go. Get me in the car.
The patience.
Put my phone and my wallet back in my pocket. We will be fucking fighting over my damn car.
Sit. Sit.
You want to move your arms so I can sit?
Sit.
Without hurting you?
Sit.
I'm not a dog.
Sit.
Yes, sir. Fucking loser. Go fuck yourself. You want to move your arms so I can sit?
Sit.
Without hurting you?
Sit.
I'm not a dog.
Sit.
Yes, sir. Fucking loser. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you too.
You did what you were told, right?
I had no idea what happened.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Can you imagine what it'd feel like to get pepper sprayed in the mouth? That's one spicy meatball. He will now say they did not Mirandize it. Well, I bet maybe they could on the way back in the car. You know what I mean? It's possible. Oh, that's exhausting. What an exhausting way to go through life, living like that. I don't know if that's nature or nurture, if that's poverty. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe people are just born missing chemicals they need in their brain. I told you, Clamp, wasn't that nuts? I was watching that, and I was like, this dude is fucking insane. Oh, God. My wife is at the Bone Zone with Mike Sleep's wife. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Fuck me. No need to Mirandize if you're not asking questions related to the offense. Yeah, I mean, if the shit just pops off right while you're there. He was going home. I mean, he was going to be able to, he might have been able to stay. Well, she said she wanted him out of there. God bless. I mean, God bless you guys, but at some point, it's like, I don't know, man. I'll just go work in kitchen and bath. I'll just go work at the kitchen and bath department. I'll sell mowing faucets. I'll sell Price Fister. You know? You guys know how to replace a mowing cartridge? You need an actual wrench. There's a clip. There's a U-clip. You got to take it out, and there is a mowing cartridge wrench removal device that you need to buy. It's an expensive tool, too. It's like $50. And you only use it to remove mowing cartridges from mowing faucets, showers, vanities, shit like that, kitchen sinks. Look at this. We need a Bone Zone update. I don't have a Bone Zone update. I just know that they're there. Bone Zone. What does that mean? Oh, shit. Nothing good, Al-Sal. I can't even... This was a bad idea. This is going to result in chaos and turmoil in my life. That's what's going to happen. But I tell you what, you sent over the beautiful $20 super chat, so we're going to give you the big man dance.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is going on?
God damn. Thank you to all of our super chatters tonight. Thank you to everybody that got a hold of CommonwealthDrugGuys.com, picked up all the beautiful merch. We had some lovely fucking orders over there. Thank you to Emmy for Venmoing. She's the best. The Venmo is a nightmare. Tell your wife to run as fast as she can. That's your favorite dance?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is going on?
Margie and the Jive Turkeys make some good dancing music to cut a rug. Hit the like button on the way out. And of course, always remember, friendos, the good Lord is willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll meet you back here for the next stream. And until that point, enjoy this turkey versus turkey first. Turkey first. Trump says America first. I say turkey first. And I'm going to work on that turkey event for you, Al-Sal. But enjoy this turkey verse of ours. You helped to build it. So let it rip. And roll out the trash cans.